Hey, what's up everybody? Brennan Edwards here, your tech specialist from the Curse of Akakor, and I want to talk to you guys about a little bit of the tech gear I brought with me to the jungle and how well it fared. So today we're only going to talk about, well, maybe a little bit more, but mostly just one piece of tech gear. It is called Tradinno Mini Smart Portable Projector. The projector itself, pretty solid. I had a pretty good time with it. And I'll say the way that I found this projector is before I left, I was tasked to be able to figure out what do I need to bring with me that's gonna be the most beneficial to the team. I was like, maybe if we're in tents and like one of them happens to be like a gear tent that's big enough or like a war room or something, then it'll be really nice to be able to display some of the things that we found like with a projector. I didn't want to get a big one, so I started to look into the technology associated with mini projectors. And at the time, it was in late 2018. And so I was looking at the top projectors of 2018, and this one continuously topped a lot of the lists. The only thing that really people were saying they didn't really like about it were the lumens, because it's only 100, which means it's not super bright. But other than that, it has a lot of the things you're looking for, or at least a lot of things I was looking for. One of the big things I needed was that it had an internal battery, because how am I gonna have power source all the time? Another thing is that it could charge from a USB, which this can do, and also connect wirelessly to things, because I might not always have the wire that I need to connect to it. It's kind of dependent on Wi-Fi for that, so that didn't really work out so well in jungle, but it takes a full-size HDMI cord, which I'm like, of course, we're winning. So let's first talk about what comes with it when you get it. This is it. As you can see, it's displaying the stuff back here. As you can see, it's pretty small. This is an iPhone XS right next to it. It's just a little bit bigger and probably about a time and a half thicker. It only weighs about 10.5 ounces, so it's super light. Super portable, has about 4,600 milliamps, I think is what you call it. Battery inside of it, so actually this thing can last for 2.5 hours. And it comes with this stand, which is really cool because the stand is super useful because you can just set it down somewhere and like, oh, let me get that right there. Oh, it's looking a little blurry, like a little thing on the side. You can go ahead and fix that. Oh, there it is, I had it. There it is, bam, sweet spot. But either way, yeah, let's cut that part. You know, it's way easier normally. So it comes with a direct power cord. So this you literally just plug right into the back of it. Also, the thing that I really liked is it came with a USB version of that. Because one of the things that I brought with me were a lot of big power bank batteries so that I could charge things like my phone, could charge my drone controller, sometimes drone batteries, or I could charge from certain drone batteries that I have that all have a USB port. So that's what this was able to do, is be able to plug straight into the back of this and charge from pretty much anywhere. To me, a big deal. Another thing it comes with is the remote. Now this is a pro and a con. This remote is absolutely amazing for all the things that it can do. I recently discovered that this little button right here is a mouse button that makes it so that it has a mouse on it, as you can see right over there, that you can move around. Or you can do like traditional selecting of things where you take off the mouse mode and then it just like switch right back to like you can just move the cursor around like a square around the objects. I thought that was pretty cool because some of the menus aren't always that easy to navigate, considering that all the menus weren't designed for this projector. As you can see, it has its own apps and its own app store. Like there's Netflix right there, there's YouTube right there, there's Google Chrome. So this is pretty much a little computer. That's why it's called a smart projector. You can do whatever with this thing for the most part. So if you have Wi-Fi, this thing could be used as a pseudo computer. I don't necessarily recommend it unless you figure out a way to connect a keyboard to it, because otherwise typing up anything is gonna be a real issue. Other than that, I found it really cool. But one of my favorite things about this is this right here. It's called Happy Cast. This is my iPhone XS, like I was saying before. You go into the screen mirroring and you call it Cast Y3. And there you go. You have your iPhone just casting stuff straight to it. Oh, and look at that. What a coincidence. That's the Curse of Akakor trailer. Now I'm talking a little bit louder as if I need to talk over the speaker. This thing's speaker is absolutely not what you want it to be. One of the other big suggestions I have, as I pause that, is that you should get a speaker with it. An auxiliary cord and a speaker, you need to get that. One of the other things that does not come with it that you can buy separately on Amazon pretty cheaply is like a carrying case for it that they actually do make specifically for it. And in this carrying case, it's very simple. One side you put in the projector, the other side all the stuff that comes with it. And it carries everything inside of this little thing. Again, this is the size of an iPhone. Entire projector and everything you need for the projector that also has its internal battery fits inside of this. You can carry this with you to the jungle and it's not a problem. And now I liked it so much that in my bedroom at home, I actually just set this up on my desk and it plays against my white wall, and this is my TV in my room. Well, of course I have my gaming TV separately, but this is just like, hey, I'm watching a movie or I'm watching a TV show in my room. This is what I use. In summary, if you buy this projector, I have a few thoughts of things that you need to make sure you do. Number one, never lose this remote, because I think this is pretty much gonna be useless without the remote. Number two, always take the batteries out of the remote, because for some reason this remote kills the batteries while the remote sits inside of it. Or like when it just sits there a long period of time, it kills them. So take the batteries out, put them inside the case, all good, it'll last forever. Make sure you update this thing whenever you are prompted to. If it tells you to update and you're on Wi-Fi, do it, because it works better. And for me, it took away a lot of the Chinese menus that I did not understand. Make sure you have an aux cord as well as a speaker with it, because the internal speaker on this is not where it's at. And for fun, I think you should get a laser pointer, because if you're gonna have a projector and you doing anything like that, you know what I'm saying, you can just like get a laser pointer to be able to do all the laser pointing things. It's worth it. I liked it. I used this. I didn't need to use it in the jungle, but I did. And I got everybody's nerves. It was perfect. So my cons for this. The cons are the dependency on the remote. If you don't have it, it's pretty much useless. The lumens, it's only 100 lumens, which is not very bright as a projector at all. You gotta pretty much be in a dark space for this to work, but what other spaces are we really using projectors in anyway? You just have to make sure you're watching stuff at night. If you're doing it at night, you're not in a well-lit area, then this is everything you need and then some. All right, and last but not least, the biggest and most important thing, obviously, is how much does this thing cost? How much is it gonna run you? It is $268. I personally say it's worth it. I have another bigger projector at my house because I love projectors. Actually, no, we moved it into the office. It's directly above me. It's an Optima projector, and it's pretty good. It's great. That one was like $600, so it's twice the price, and it's definitely much brighter, but it's also about 6 times the size of this projector, maybe even more, because this one's so little. It's so little. Look how little it is. It really is about, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know, why do you need a projector? I think this is worth it if you're looking for a travel theater, is what I would say. But when I say theater, that includes more than a projector, because this thing alone is not gonna be your travel theater. You're gonna need a case for it. This was $15. You're gonna need some form of speaker. You can obviously get them for a bunch of different prices. This is a UE Boom 2, it's like $120. Also, I got like a travel battery with me, a power bank, and that's like another $80. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much all you need. An auxiliary cord, which, you know, it's like $4 or $5. So if you have all of those things and just have it like in a little carrying case like this one, or a little bag, and you can have everything with, then it's completely worth it. But it really comes down to what you need it for. I recommend it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. But if you're not traveling like me, probably not worth your time. All right, fam, thanks for checking it out. If you want to talk about or ask any questions about it, please get into the comments. I'll be there with you. Also, the links to everything that I just told you about are in the description, so you can click that. Super easy. Go ahead and get them. Everybody wins. And also, I got more content coming from you guys in drone-related side of things. I actually have a guy, Wolfgang Weber, who I shot a really cool review with. You'll see that. Otherwise, make sure you check out the Curse of Akakor, because it's worth it. Like that this kind of technology didn't even make the cut. Tells you what kind of tech I was using on the show. So stay tuned for more.